Milky Way Tech Hub. Yeah. We fresh to the bug. Yeah. Y'all about to learn about some data. About to learn about some info. About to learn about your Tesla. Huh? What? You know they got robots up at Tesla? Huh? Yeah. What? Yeah. Okay.
Are you an artist?
I am. I just dropped my album, dear.
You have an album?
Hollywood Hoods.
Wow.
Yes.
So you are a real life rapper.
Rapper, radio host. I'm an artist. I'm the greatest artist of all time.
You're the greatest artist of all time.
Yeah, you talking to him.
All right, good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
All right, gangs. What's up? Ooh, that still sounds rough.
It's coming back.
It's trying to come back. What's popping, y'all? You are now sipping on Jammin with Juice. I'm your girl, Noni Juice. Always keeping it juicy. And you already know I got my boy Ben jamming with me.
It's amazing.
Shout out to DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos.
DJ Brother Z, holla at me.
And we are live from the American Family Insurance Studios at the Avenue. I am so glad to be back here today on this lovely Tuesday. I'm going to call it Tech Tuesday. Yeah, I'm going to call it Tech Tuesday. We are here on this Tech Tuesday because it's not just Twin Day here at The Truth, because y'all know we are celebrating our 1017 Day that is going to be on Thursday. Today is Twin Day. Benjamin and I, we supposed to be here with it. You know what I'm saying? Where have you been? Oh, we wasn't twinning right there.
Okay, I guess we wasn't. I know you were thinking about the song.
I was, because I think I might use that for our post later on today. But also, make sure you guys keep it locked, because we're going to be giving away a $25 gift card to the...
Get out of here! To the Fifth Street?
Yes.
Get out of here!
We are doing that today, so
we
make
were just
sure...
giving away things for Simmons. Now we're giving away things to the Fister Hotel.
We are full of gifts all month long, celebrating our 1017 Day, okay? So make sure y'all tap in for that one. But right now, y'all, like I said, it is Tech Tuesday, and we are joined by our certified juicy jammer.
Yes, she is.
We got Nadia Johnson in the building, y'all.
Yes.
Founder of the Milky Way Tech Hub.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes. Okay, period. Now, the reason why we have you here again, not only because you are an expert in everything technology, but we are celebrating the Wisconsin Tech Month, because October is Wisconsin Tech Month.
It is.
Now, we are a little bit halfway through Tech Month right now. But tell us so far how things have been going for you and your organization. And I know we're waiting for Benjamin to come. He's here with Latinos in Tech.
Yes.
But just tell us about it.
Yes. Wisconsin Tech Month is going really well so far. Every year I say this is the best Wisconsin Tech Month. Yet this is our fourth year where we are unifying the entire state of Wisconsin around Milky Way Tech Hub's mission, really, to ensure that as we're growing as a tech ecosystem, we're doing so inclusively. And we're doing so in a way that prioritizes demographics that traditionally have been left out of the tech conversation, if you will. And we've been focusing a lot on emerging technology. This year, the theme, again, is artificial intelligence, but with a hyper focus on the future of work and education. And so we've had a ton of great events so far. The calendar is packed. I encourage folks to go to witechmonth.com and take a look at the calendar. So many different events that are happening today and throughout the rest of the month. You want to plug in.
Definitely. Ooh, I like that. You want to plug in. That is actually very cool.
Is that our new tagline?
Yeah.
I said it.
No, you did. I like that. You want to plug in. That was really good. Now, you said that this month, it's with artificial intelligence, right? That's one of the focuses, and it was that last year as well. Why so much focus on artificial intelligence? What is it about it that you want everybody to know?
You know, so I'm going to just say the thing that I've been saying the last couple of weeks, a little bold, and people might challenge me, but I think, we're seeing a revolutionary technology. There was the fire, there was the wheel, there was electricity, and I am saying that artificial intelligence, I think, is right up there with electricity.
Electricity? That's crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
It is crazy, right? Because
Sounds like the Internet of Things.
Well, okay, we can talk about that. But the reason why I say that is because of the level of impact that is going to have on not just society and how we navigate society, but also every single industry that you can think of.
Okay.
It's going to have that level of impact. And so when I say like electricity, everybody knows what electricity is. They understand what, how it impacts our day to day. And I'm saying that I think that artificial intelligence has a similar sort of gravity in terms of revolutionary technology. And that is why we are still focusing in on it. And, we've been able to see how AI has progressed even since the last Wisconsin Tech Month, right? And so I'm eager to kind of dig in to hear how you all are using AI these days, how it's impacting the media space, and happy to share more about, what we're seeing as well in industry. I know Ben Jammin sent me some text messages about Elon going crazy. Going absolutely crazy in this space. And so it's just incredible to watch. And importantly, I think that we need to make sure that our communities are a part of this conversation and also a part of the economy that is growing with this technology as well, right? We're good at, consuming and figuring out how to use these different applications, right? But how do we make sure that we are an active part of the economy? And that means being able to leverage artificial intelligence in a productive way to make some money.
Don't we love money?
Well, yeah, we all love money. I love the Benjamins. I love the Benjamins.
All about the Benjamins.
Okay,
Let's clip that. Let's clip that, Zach. Yes. That was good. But no, in all honesty, why do we even need to be a part of it? Because some people would allude to the idea that this could be kind of dangerous. Even one of the creators of AI, I think he created the AI for Microsoft. He wanted to go say how dangerous these things can be one day, especially when they, develop an awareness, a self-awareness.
Ooh. Self-awareness. What does it mean to be self-aware? There's so many different philosophical conversations that are coming up, which I love. A lot of conversations around humanity as well, and we can circle back to that. But your question is, so why is it so important for us to get involved? And I think that we can go back to the earlier point that history really repeats itself, right?
And that's just how it goes.
And say that again?
And that's just how it goes.
That's just how it goes. Absolutely. And so let's go back to like the .com era when the internet was, just popping off, right? There's a lot of people like, I don't understand what this is. Or there's a great interview that I love to share because it really captures the essence about how people process new technology. It's an interview between Bill Gates and Letterman.
Okay.
We remember Letterman. Okay. And so they're having this conversation, and Letterman's kind of letting Bill have it, where he's just like, why does anybody need the internet? Okay, this has got to be like late 80s, early 90s. And Bill is explaining, well, there's so many things that you can do. You can, get information about your, local XYZ. And then Letterman goes, well, I got magazines for that. And then he goes, well, you can, watch a baseball game. And he's like, you ever heard of a tape recorder that can tape the game or whatever? And so they go through this comical skit. But now here we are, years and years, decades later,
we're in the future,
where we can see how incredibly impactful the internet has been on society, right? Like everything runs on code, and everything seems to be, connected to the cloud and the internet and so on, right? And so similarly, we have to think back to that time period. I like to sometimes, side eye my parents, like, where were y'all? Why y'all didn't buy Amazon at 6? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, what were y'all doing? And so, there were folks who were, a bit fearful, like, what is this thing? Or doubtful of the technology, and really wish that they had gotten in early on, right? And so here we are now with this revolutionary technology, and we have the opportunity to get in. I think that it benefits us to be less afraid and having conversations about iRobot waking us up to join their army. I can't remember the plot, honestly, so don't.
I know the plot.
Okay, so
I
you
know
have
the
to
plot
tell
well, and the plot thickens from here.
The plot thickens. Okay, we're a part of it. We're actively a part of it. Okay,
right.
But I think that it benefits us more to figure out how we can leverage AI productively, and again, be a part of the economy, because it's not going away. It's here, and it's into the future as well. There are some valid concerns. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have concerns. I think that we need to make sure that the concerns that we're focusing on are productive, right? And so I think that it can be a little irresponsible. You mentioned the guy they call the godfather of AI, or Sam Altman, writing these letters saying that we really do need to slow down the production of AI, and Elon signing on that just like a year or so ago, right? And of course, you have to take that with a grain of salt, because if Elon was signing on to that, and now we see that he's releasing last week, his AI stuff, right? He was trying to slow down, in my opinion, the industry, so he can catch up with it, right? And so that's why we have to be mindful of who we're listening to and what sort of fear-mongering we're going to entertain. If we're going to be afraid of not being a part of it. Okay. If we're going to be afraid, let's be afraid of the biases that are going to be built into these AI models that are going to impact how we navigate society. And Black and brown people aren't actively being a part of the development of these AI models, right? Well, so those are some of the things that I think, if we're going to be concerned, let's be concerned about the right things.
Well then, in that case, Dia Johnson, how do we man, y'all so crazy. How do we go about, decreasing the fear levels that people have? Because when it comes down to, technologies, because again, it is a culture shock to, next 6 months, you go to a friend's house and they just have a robot in there, right? And the robot's talking to you, and you can have a whole conversation with the robot, and it's doing all these things. How do we decrease the fear that people have when it comes down to these ever progressing technologies?
Well, I can answer that question from a number of perspectives, right? Okay. I think
I want your perspective.
Let's talk about the community perspective, where I think that you all, for instance, have a role. Media plays a significant role in how people perceive information, right? And so I'm curious, how are we going to encourage Black media, for instance, to support in enhancing the knowledge base of our communities around artificial intelligence? Because the more you know, the more you are more likely to experiment and to be less afraid, right? So there's that. But then I think on top of that, I think it's important for folks to see how AI can be valuable to them, right? I always go back to when I was growing up in the 90s, right? There was stranger danger. There was stranger danger, right?
It's still stranger danger. What you talking about? It ain't going nowhere.
But that was a campaign. That was a campaign, stranger danger. You would never get into a car with a complete stranger, right? Right. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting
Look at us now.
With complete strangers regularly, okay? I'm opening up my door to complete strangers for my DoorDash regularly, right? And so
and that's actually a really good point, Dia, because now, you got cars out here that are self-driving, and people are just hopping in those trusting them.
Well,
not right now.
That's a whole nother thing. But it gets back to people needing to see the value, right? And by creating a product where individuals can see, like, I actually can see how this could help my life, they'd be more likely to engage and adopt that technology, right? And so we've come a long way when it comes to things like that. And I think when it comes to artificial intelligence, it's just helping people to see how valuable it is. Now, I don't know, when it comes to like things that, I know we're going to get to with like, Elon's Optimus robot, is that what he's calling it, right?
It's Optimus, bro.
It's going to require people to really see, like, is this something of a value add, or is this more of like, it's a luxury, right?
Would you get one?
Would I get one?
Yeah.
Well, I have to do more. I have to do more.
Come on, dear.
You want to put me on the spot?
I mean,
would I get? Would I live with a
Milky
robot?
Way Tech Hub, bro.
Would I live with a robot?
Well,
I think
as the mascot,
Optimus
as your mascot.
It's telling too, right? Because AI and computer science technology is really just my life. Like I eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff.
Yeah,
and if I am hesitant about that, right? Perhaps that's a little bit telling. Would I live with a robot? Possibly. I would say possibly.
We already do, kind of.
Got our
Yeah.
phones.
Well, I mean, we live with robots every day, and I'm glad that you make that point. Would I live with like an Optimus robot, where it's like tapping on the shoulder, it's time to wake up type thing?
Wake your ass up. Alarm system, you know. You gotta pay your bill.
It comes back to what I was just saying. Is there an actual need for that in my life right now? On top of that, would I feel comfortable? I would have to do more information to understand, like how much data is it taking in, like privacy policies, things like that, right? See again, it goes back to like the sort of concerns that we should be having, right? What do you?
I mean, personally,
Yes, you would.
How'd you know?
Because I know you. You would have that robot.
would.
You would have that robot playing video games with you. Like you would use it like a companion type of thing.
You know the thing.
If there's a need.
Well, I mean, I don't even necessarily need a robot. Anything that a robot can do, I can kind of do. I'm not gonna say I know all of everything the robot does, but my thing is when it comes down to these AI projects that we have out here, whatever, is I like to learn from the robot. Like I've been using ChatGPT since ChatGPT came out, and it has helped my life in ways that I probably wouldn't have been able to if I didn't have that kind of assistant there, or even just because I'm a creative, so I'm the type of person that I like to brainstorm. ChatGPT helps me brainstorm. So when it comes down to this Optimus robot coming to my home, it may be able to help me brainstorm some other creative ideas, and actually get out there and become a mascot for Jammin. Hollywood Hooks out right now.
Yeah. For me, like the need that I could see is doing my laundry. Right, there was this great quote. There's a
Go ahead, though. It's all good. You got it.
Let me just get there. Let me just get there.
That's what it's for right now.
But let me just say. So the reason why I say that is because you were mentioning how you're an artist, you're creative. Okay. And I saw this awesome quote where it said, I need AI to do my dishes and my laundry so that I can create more art. Right? Because a lot of artists are conflicted with seeing AI create these digital masterpieces. Right. If you will, and others, definitely see the benefit and are using it to boost their creativity. Right. But I personally believe that humans were put on this earth to create, and so if we are creatives, which I believe we are, it would be great to have more free time to create.
Right.
And so then do my laundry, do my dishes, clean my house, right?
But we have humans for that already. We have humans for that already. Like you could pay a service to do your laundry, or you could pay a service to come and clean it, right? So my thing is, why pick a robot over something a human could do?
And this is what I'm talking about, man. People don't have these
economical.
It could be economical, right? But we were once economical, right? We were once beneficial to the economy. Pay for itself, yeah. We were once beneficial to the economy. So one day, once this robot becomes self-aware because all the data it took in from the household and being around you each and every day, because ChatGPT is learning me right now. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You're feeding it information every time.
It's true, but when it becomes self-aware, that might be the breaking point.
It probably already is self-aware a little bit.
What is your definition of self-aware?
Being conscious.
Knowing it's a robot, maybe?
And what is our definition of consciousness?
Maybe we'll talk about it on the other side.
And so my thing is, on the other side.
Yeah, let's talk about it on the other side.
See, the reason why I'm putting that out there is because a lot of the conversations that are starting to happen are helping us as humans to kind of get back to ourselves. We're really asking the deep questions. What does it mean to know? Right? What does it mean to be awake? What does it mean to be conscious? Right? And so I am finding, I went to a conference in Europe, Europe's largest startup conference called Viva Tech. Okay. And for the very first time, I've gone to a ton of tech conferences, as you can imagine. One of the leading motifs throughout the conference was humanities.
Interesting.
And it's because while AI is increasingly and rapidly advancing, we're finding how this is actually causing us to dig a little bit deeper into ourselves. Like, what is it then that we want to do? What does it mean to have purpose if AI can definitively do so many different jobs better than how humans can, right? And so there was conversations about what does the future of work look like. Look at you guys. You guys are looking like, is it really better? Is it?
No, it makes me sad. It makes me sad that the conversations that we're having. So better.
That's the conversations that we're having then. It's like, what does it really mean to create? What does it really mean to produce work?
What does it mean to be a human being?
Well, there we go, though. We're having these conversations around humanity in ways that we hadn't before. And I think that is actually something that we should maybe magnify a bit, is that I think so many folks are like, oh, AI is going to keep us from each other, or AI is going to do X, Y, Z in terms of hurting humanity. But yet it's starting to cause us to have conversations about consciousness, about what it means to know.
You know, as us being here in America and the leaders of culture, when we talk about the global impact of it, I think that will be up for the people who have the power, like the Elon Musk. So, you know, maybe on the other side, we unravel, you know, and talk about Tesla.
All right, you guys.
You know
So we are gonna.
You know what this is.
We're gonna come back with more conversation. We got Nadia Johnson in the building, founder of the Milky Way Tech Hub, talking all things AI, talking about Wisconsin Tech Month. So make sure you guys keep it locked. You don't want to go anywhere because the conversation is just getting started.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Welcome back, y'all. It is Jammin' with Juice. I'm your girl, Noni Juice. I was keeping it juicy. That has been Jammin'. Shout out DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. And we're having a very interesting conversation. I'd say a very techie, juicy conversation, because right now in the building we have Nadia Johnson, the founder of the Milky Way Tech Hub, and we also have, let me make sure I say it right, Benjamin Juarez.
Juarez, yeah.
Juarez.
Well, Juarez, you know,
Juarez.
we've got
Juarez. Benjamin Juarez.
We did this last
the
time.
co-founder of Latinos in Tech, because you two have come together to put on Wisconsin Tech Month. Now, we heard a little bit from Nadia about, you know, how she's been feeling about it, but how have you, Benjamin, been feeling so far? You know, we're in the middle of the month. How have things been going, especially compared to like last year?
It's been a lot cooler this year. It was really cool last year. It's a lot cooler this year. And I'm like getting more excited about year 5. Nadia knows this because I keep talking about year 5. We're in year 4, by the way. And I'm just so excited. I think that year 5 is going to be wild. Like, it's going to be amazing. Yep. So, but this year 4, I gotta remember to be in the now. I'm just having a great time, really getting more into Wisconsin Tech Month. You know, every year goes by, we get more into it. Because, why is that? Because there's so many people coming in, more and more. So that makes us make more time for it, even and have just way more events and everything like that.
What progression have you all seen since over the past 4 years?
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, what types of people do you get visiting the Tech Month? You know, is it a lot of new people who want to learn about tech, or is it people who are already in it but might want to, you know, move up or learn more about, you know, the focus that year?
I can speak a little bit to the progression. So Milky Way Tech Hub founded Wisconsin Tech Month in 2021. In our first year, we started super late. I think we started planning in like September, which is wild, right? But we were able to rally 40 events across the state. And after that, the next year we brought in Latinos in Tech, founded by Benjamin and Carlos. And we were able to really get those events up. We're at this point 100 plus events across the state of Wisconsin, and we are finding that there are different organizations and individuals who want in, as Ben has said, right? They want to figure out how to get involved, either by hosting an event or volunteering, supporting. And now what makes this year special is that week 4, we're dedicating it to Midwest Tech Week. And so we're creating bridges with other neighboring tech hubs. So like in Chicago and Detroit, trying to find opportunities where we can show them, like, hey, this is what we got going on, but also learn more about the cool activations that they have in their different cities as well. And so this is our way of really creating a sort of a way for Wisconsin Tech Month to spearhead in the Midwest innovation and emerging technology. And so all of this happening out of the city of Milwaukee, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was going to say, since it isn't just in Milwaukee, and, you know, I've seen you guys go to like Appleton, just a bunch of different places throughout Wisconsin. How are they... What's the feedback from them? You know, people not in Milwaukee, when you guys go out there and you guys are leading things, because, you know, you're both minorities, you know, so how is their response when you're out here doing these tech events?
We both are the global majority. I prefer that. What do you want to share?
Yeah, so the New North is one of the organizations that we're working with up in Green Bay, Appleton area, Fox Cities, and they're really into it. They love it. They're jumping on board. They've got like several events that they've activated for this year, and that's going to keep growing. And so we want to support them more as well. So like I said, we get more into it, right? Because they're getting into it, we're getting more into it. We're establishing more time and everything like that to support them in all of the things that they do. And we know that Northeast Wisconsin is a little less diverse, but still, it's still Wisconsin, right? And we serve, everybody. And so, we're really happy that everybody's just jumping on board no matter what.
Yes. So it's almost like we have satellite sites in different parts of the state. Wisconsin's huge, right? And so for us to now have like a satellite Wisconsin Tech Month in Northeast Wisconsin, I think is a huge development for us. And so huge shout out to New North, our New Digital Alliance, for helping to make that happen. So they have a whole slate of events that are just happening in Northeast Wisconsin. We went to the kickoff, and I was kind of looking at Ben like, we can't let their kickoff be better than our kickoff. They had live music, jokingly or whatever, right? And so, walking, right, exactly. So I'm like, wow.
Party.
But it's exciting for us though because right. It's exciting though because it shows that there is a true buy-in in something that we have created and expanded on, and that helps to build momentum for the next year.
So you guys haven't faced any kind of discrimination going up north in Wisconsin?
I mean, the vibes are always interesting going up, right? Like you start to see, as soon as you start to see different signs, you start to like, all right, we know what's going on here. But at the same time,
how have you maneuvered in those scenarios then?
Well, but I mean, when it comes to like the individuals that are aligned with Wisconsin Tech Month, I haven't experienced anything that's made me feel uncomfortable, and I think that's because we have been, especially, I'll speak for Milky Way Tech, and I'll let Ben speak for Latinos in Tech, but I've been very vocal about our stance when it comes to our mission and our why. And when you are vocal about your mission and your vision, especially about things that impact communities of color, likely you find your people. Right. And so I'm not surprised that, we're not running into extreme bias or individuals who are projecting, racism or discrimination, because we've been very big and bold about our vision for the state of Wisconsin. And if they're aligning with Wisconsin Tech Month at this point by year 4, they know about it, right? And so they're making a choice to work with us. And at this point, if I feel like if we were to run into individuals who are aligning themselves with Wisconsin Tech Month and they were, expressing different types of bias or things like that, I would be surprised. And also, we would just have to, deal with it. Ben asked, how would we go about navigating it? The same way that I have my entire career, which is just, standing on business, 10 toes down.
Period.
I will say one interesting thing when we went to the kickoff, I was walking around and I was like, introduced myself. I was like the founder of Wisconsin Tech. There were a couple of folks like, you're the founder? And I was like, don't be too surprised.
Yeah.
But it's good for them to see that.
Yeah,
it's
I think
good
so.
For them to see like, okay, look, this is Wisconsin Tech Month.
Right.
It's gaining so much ground, and it's being led by 2 Black and brown organizations. And like, they get surprised, but then at the same time, they're like, I got to check my biases, and it's great. And, we're all a part of it. All of us are a part of it. It doesn't matter who you are, what your background is.
Right.
Let's go,
It's a wild, wild west right now, and we should definitely be at the forefront.
Right, exactly.
Now, but with that being said, though, Nadia, you were also brought out to the White House, right? You also went to the White House, and I believe that you were representing for, Milky Way Tech Hub.
Yep.
Can you tell us about that experience?
Yeah, so I had 2 opportunities over the summer to travel to D.C. One was for visiting the White House for a Black Business Summit, excuse me, and it was a great networking opportunity, but also it was interesting to come with my level of expertise and perspective on artificial intelligence. So I got to ask some very important questions, like as you all are talking about creating opportunities for small businesses, how are you all leveraging artificial intelligence or educating small businesses on how to leverage AI? And I was grateful to have the opportunity to pose those questions where they actually, you know, sort of let us know, like, hey, you know what, we probably need more of your perspective. That actually led to more doors being opened where I had the opportunity to meet with different folks from the White House later on, maybe a month or two later, and give them my perspective on how they can continue to support small businesses with AI. And so why is this important? Because I think when people think about Milky Way Tech Hub, unfortunately, because of certain biases, they don't always think about having the level of influence such as consulting the White House or informing different parts of the White House. And I think that's important to showcase that, yes, the work that we are doing is not just impacting our city, it's not just impacting our state, but we're actually having a line of communication with the current administration. And that's not easy to do. And so I think that it's important to sort of showcase and amplify that as well.
All right.
That was perfect.
I had to cough. That's why I ain't gonna lie. I'm like,
Don't over there
I'm trying to hold it in. I'm trying to hold it in so bad, y'all. But you guys, I'm enjoying what we are discussing right now, talking about Tech AI, Wisconsin Tech Month with Benjamin and Nadia. Now, we're not done. We're going to have more with them on the other side. And I actually like that you asked us. I want to get into how we use like the different artificial intelligence and stuff, because I got a couple questions.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to continue that on the other side. So make sure y'all keep it locked. It is Jammin' with Juice.
Jammin' with Juice returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube.
So,
Okay.
cause y'all, listen,
It's a lot.
We're doing the best that we can. I need more tea. I'm gonna get more tea after this. But we are in the building with Benjamin and Nadia talking about Wisconsin Tech Month and all that the work that they have been putting in and trying to get us black and brown folks all engaged. I don't know why I'm sounding like this, but I'm excited for it. And I actually have a question for you guys because me personally, I like to use ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
And there are a few other AI tools that I have been hearing about. Have you heard about rapper will.i.am and his new AI radio app?
I heard a little bit about that. Tell us more.
Yeah, so pretty much it's an app he's making where you can kind of talk to it and ask it questions. It's like a Google. It's like ChatGPT and Google, but like you get the answers to your questions right away and you don't have to know anything. So for example, if I wanted to say, hey, I saw somewhere in Florida there was some type of hurricane that was gonna come, like what is this hurricane and what's the level of it, give me all the information you know. And you can talk to it like that and it'll give you facts right away, right? So that, and it can kind of fact check the things that you're saying. So if you heard Trump say something, or let's say Kamala for example, and you're like I don't know, I heard Trump talking about Haitians and the dogs, what's up with that, is that true? And it'll be like, actually that is not, you know, it'll give you the information. But my thing is, where is this tech getting this information from? Is it just doing very quick Google searches? Or how is it able to even search it all up and it be correct? Why should we trust it?
So there's a lot of questions you just asked. Why should we trust it? I don't think that we should trust it 100%. And so I think we have to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that I trust people 100%, right? I mean, there are certain sources of truth, but even those sources of truth are kind of, they're human. So humans are flawed, right? So there's that. But then you ask, like, where is it pulling information? It's just connected to the cloud. It's pulling information. Some AI has the ability to scrape information from the web, right? Others don't. For a while, ChatGPT was working on data from like September 2021 or something like that.
Right.
Now I believe it has the ability to search the internet. But yeah, it's just online, searching the internet and putting pieces of data together. using statistical models.
Oh, wow. From the cloud.
Yeah.
From the cloud.
But I like to think of it, some people challenge me on this, but I really think that it's really just having conversations with math at the end of the day. Even though it seems like magic, it's literally statistical models running in the background and outputting the most probable next word. And because of that, we cannot trust it entirely, right? If I guess like a way to think of it, like improv almost for humans.
Right.
A little bit. It's that's like a way to think about it, right? Like if you didn't know a specific topic, but you had to like just go and like pretend like you did, you would just go off of whatever knowledge base you have and start to, act like you've got information about it, right? So sometimes it works that way. We call that hallucination. Just working on the data that it has and spitting out contextually relevant text, right? And then other times it can pull information from the internet. It can pull from previous database and have really, really accurate, scary accurate outputs as well. And I don't know that there is strong enough regulation for us to say that we can trust it 100%. Ben, what do you have to say about that? You want to challenge anything that I said?
No challenging.
Okay,
no
not
challenge.
yet.
We've had our conversations. We're both AI nerds. She's more of a nerd than I am. Let's just be real. She's got her doctorate in this. All right, so.
Would you get a Tesla bot?
Would I get a Tesla bot?
The Optimus?
Absolutely not. Why? Because I'd probably be the first one to die.
What?
I'm just kidding.
So as soon as the eyes turn red,
As soon as
Ben
the
would
eyes
be in
turn
there
red, I'd
fighting,
be like,
fighting in his house with a
I'd be like, look, this thing is too strong. No, but I don't think I would, to be honest with you, just because like I don't want to have something do everything for me. Sometimes I need to get up. I need to do something in order for me to get away from the work that I'm doing. That's kind of like, something that's helpful to me to like go wash dishes or something, and all these other things.
Little levels of dopamine.
Can I just ask them, Ben, do you think there's a world, a future, even a near future, where the work that you're doing now likely maybe won't exist because of AI?
Oh, you like when I talk about this, don't
Yes.
you? All right. So I think that AI is going to essentially take like all the jobs, et cetera. Now, everybody.
All the
Which ones?
jobs?
All of
Trucking?
them.
All the
of them,
jobs.
All of them. All right, now
Flipping
there's
burgers?
now before even
Yeah, they already got that.
Yeah,
Flipping burgers.
exactly.
That's the easiest one.
So no, like this is not a dystopian outlook. All right, the reason why I say that it's not a dystopian outlook, that it's not a bad thing, is because it essentially could allow humanity to be human, to be more human, to do what you want to do, right? Instead of having a job where you don't want to be, you can actually be creative and do what you want to do. And then as long as we have a universal basic income and our robot overlords don't, no, I'm just kidding. But like universal basic income could help with that. And then, it could give you the opportunity to do, to be human.
But see,
But what does that mean?
It means
What does that
socialism.
mean?
It means
Yeah, I'm like,
socialism.
what to do
it
what you
means-
want to do.
Well,
Is everyone on the world put on here to be creative?
But
do you
literally,
think?
well, I
Well, we're
said
creative
that
by God,
earlier. I
but-
think so.
Yeah,
Every
I-
person?
Yeah, because we're made in the image
What
of
is-
God. God is the greatest creator of all time. We are God. God is us. So we're all meant to be creators. Some people just lose that essence of them as they grow up. That's the
Or
truth.
maybe I need to understand what you mean by
This is
creative.
a philosophical
We're not
debate
saying
now,
paint
by
with
the
a
way.
paintbrush. I mean, you
Right.
can create
Yeah,
in
with
any kind of
anything.
way.
Yeah, any
Right.
capacity. But in regards to what Benjamin is saying, in regards to the UBI system, people have actually proposed that idea for a universal basic income, where basically everybody gets a monthly stipend. All right. Some people would say that'd be better for the economy and better for people and better for humanity, because we can ultimately go and be who we want to be, just as you're all saying. But we've also seen other data reports out there that some people aren't just disciplined enough in themselves to go out and find things to do. They become lazy, and
Right.
then you watch the.
But yeah, I agree 100%. And it goes back to what I was saying though, Ben.
Okay,
like
go ahead.
it's causing us to have these conversations about what does it mean to have purpose. There are a lot of people who are just coasting or floating, or like on their like what do you call it, on their zombie time right now, right? Literally like wake up, go to work, come back, and do it all over again, right? And so if AI can break people out of that zombie mode, I think that's a good thing.
But will it? Though?
I don't think it. I
mean-
don't think it will 100%.
Nah.
It might not. I'm trying to be optimistic.
Right.
I don't want to be, because I just don't. I just see how people move now with the little technology that we have, and even with our phones, we could use it for good or we could use it for evil, right? So depending on the larger technology we get, it's like, okay, how are you going to choose to use it? And people still might be lazy and still might not do anything and still might be depressed. And
That's a very good point. And one of my favorite things to say is that AI is really going to be a mirror to society, right? So it's going to enhance more of what we already are. But I think that there's an opportunity for us to make lives better. And I think now we're having conversations about what does quality of life actually mean. And I think that this is a conversation that needs to be happening through generations, because there are certain generations that are deeply tied. Their identity is deeply tied with their jobs. Like if they can't work, then they feel like they don't have a purpose. And then there are other generations, millennials and younger Gen Zers, who understand that their value is more than their productivity as it relates to capitalism, right? And so now we may have a greater opportunity to have conversations that will support us in understanding what does it actually mean to have purpose outside of somebody climbing up a corporate ladder.
And let's remember, we're also viewing this in an American perspective, right? As somebody that has spent a lot of time outside of the country, meaning, my parents are Salvadoran, so I visit El Salvador a lot and basically live there 6 months out of the year. I experience a different outlook in terms of things like this. Like when people can really, really, not worry too much about money, because we're very money hungry here.
Oh, yeah.
And we think that, the more money we make, the more success we have. Back to Nadia's point, if we can break out of that and have that different perspective, you could find people that you would normally think could be lazy. Maybe they're not lazy. Maybe they're just downtrodden. Yeah. Because of our worldview about money makes you better than other people.
That's interesting. Maybe it's just because people don't have a gift card to the Pfister Hotel. Maybe that's what it is.
Wow.
So, Truth Nation.
Great transition.
Hey, yeah. Makes life a little bit better. Call in right now at 833-212-1017. And Nadia and Benjamin, why don't you guys pick a number between 1 and 10?
4.
4? Number 4? All right. Call number 4 right now. Call in at 833-212-1017, and you will win a $25 gift card to the Pfister Cafe. Call right now at 833-212-1017. Remember, we are celebrating 1017 all week long. All right, here at 1017 The Truth. I am Ben Jammin. That is Carrie Nolan Juice. That is DJ Brother Z. That's Nadia Johnson and Benjamin Wallace. Yes. Right here, and we're talking tech. Call in right now, 833-212-1017.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Behind every minority and woman-owned business is a dream, and sometimes growing that dream, it takes extra funding, y'all. The Associated Bank Community Uplift Loan Program is here to turn your business dreams into reality. Apply online and get up to $50,000 in as little as one business day. With competitive rates and more accessible credit score requirements, we're making it easier than ever to fuel your company's growth. Let us uplift your business with the support it deserves. Visit associatedbank.com/uplift to learn more. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And you guys, I got to tell you guys something else about Steinhafels. Hold on, let me get it. Oh, this was it. Okay, hold on. My goodness. All right, here we go. Listen, they have everything you need to get your home ready for the holidays. I told you guys earlier, but I want to tell you again. Elegant dining sets, perfect for hosting family dinners, cozy bedrooms to relax and recharge after celebrations, and fireplaces to warm those cold winter nights, because I know y'all get cold and lonely. Plus, with Steinhafels 18-month financing, getting your home ready for the holidays has never been easier. Steinhafels, helping you make the holidays special. Shop in-store online at steinhafels.com. We're about to wrap up the show with a bow here on Jammin' with Juice. So glad we are joined by Benjamin and Nadia Johnson, talking about Wisconsin Tech Month, you guys. Now, with the little couple seconds we got, I know everybody want to know how they can get involved for the rest of Wisconsin Tech Month, so please let them know what events you guys have coming up, where they can find you.
WITechmonth.com.
That's
wow.
WITechmonth.com.
Very succinct, right?
Yeah,
Go
like-
there. Our whole calendar of events for the entire month
Yeah.
is there. Just come meet us. I'm handing out these holographic stickers. If you get one, you're entering a raffle to win an iPad at the end of the month.
I love it. Did you want to throw in? Well, I guess you can't.
I really can't.
We're gonna have to bring guys back. Duh.
Let's do it again.
All
Let's
right
run
with
it
that.
back.
We gotta
Let's
do
go.
it again, run it back. We
Yeah.
always
Lots to
love
cover.
a Tech Tuesday. So
It's still
thank you
October.
guys so much for coming through. Thank you guys for sipping on Jammin' with Juice today. I'm your girl, No New Juice. I was keeping it juicy. That has been Jammin'.
It's America.
Shout out DJ Brother Z. Make sure y'all
I
go
love
to Wisconsin Tech Month and look at the events, y'all. All right? Sip on that. Tory Low Show up next.